Tennessee's offense is a bit of a crossroads. Doesn't mean they can't still get things going and become a super elite group, but they're at a bit of an issue right now, and that's okay. Let's start with Arkansas because it was awesome. Awesome with how they controlled the first half, long, sustained drives. But they also had a bunch of really nice drives and didn't have a lot to show for it. Arkansas was able to get inside of Tennessee's 25-yard line multiple times in the first half, but they went to halftime with just a 3-0 lead. After each of the first 3 drives, Tennessee had 3 drives, Arkansas had 3 drives. Arkansas had run 35 plays. Tennessee had run just 14. Part of that is because there wasn't a lot of rhythm on offense, and Tennessee's defense, I didn't think played as well as they're capable of playing. Let's start with the quarterback, though, because that's where a lot of this is going to kind of come from. Right now, let's just acknowledge what it is. The best part of Tennessee's offense is running back Dylan Sampson. All right, you look at how he played coming out of halftime, 22 carries. He went from like 15 yards rushing to 110 in about 2 minutes, it felt like. So he got things going, but the offense is really going to run through him at this point. You wanted, everyone wants Nico Iamaleava to be a superstar day one. We all want that. But that's just not reality right now. He's still a young quarterback, and there was some things that he left on the field, and it was probably his worst performance, but that's okay. He's a freshman. Didn't see the field really well. I felt like he got affected by the pressure. I didn't think the protection was very good many of the times. There were several times in which they had multiple guys in protection. They were getting beat by a 4-man rush. So that's a problem. And then there were some misses. And a couple of throws that you absolutely have to make. And then people will point to the final play of the game. That's just situational awareness. But that's to expect a guy just 5 starts into his career, 6 starts into his career, to have that totally buttoned up is expecting an awful lot. You'd love to throw it up and give a guy a chance. It just is what it is. It's a real teachable moment, though, for him. But the big play potential of this offense is going to be really the catalyst to them becoming the best that they can be. And when you have a game in which you manage just one completion that goes for 20 plus yards and you drop back and throw it 29 times, that's not going to be good enough. Now, Tennessee's getting the big boy tendency breaking defensive plans, which, by the way, should be received as a compliment. I've watched Arkansas's defense for a while. There were some alignment things that they did defensively that were not on tape in the games prior. There were some things that they put in specifically for this game that clearly caught Tennessee off guard. That's what happens when you're a great team. Teams are going to look at you and say, well, if we just line up and play the way we've played up to this point, they're going to run right through us. That's, I think, a tip of the cap from Travis Williams, the defensive coordinator at Arkansas, saying we can't do what we've done against these guys. We have to change. We have to adjust tendencies, and we have to create confusion. The offensive line, I thought, struggled as a result. They had 4 false starts. They had an illegal snap. They had to delay a game. There were just challenges there for Tennessee that we have not envisioned. But this offense, a bit of a crossroads right now. They got to get Nico playing better. He's got to be more accurate down the field, and then to continue to feed Dylan Sampson, because that is going to be their ticket to the top of the sport, running the football between the tackles with a super talented running back.